I dreamed of being an adventurer, to explore the lands and fight off giant beasts with nothing but my axe, to rule the lands with nothing but my might and wit, to be a hero to some and a villain to others, to reset the order of right and wrong, to unite the weak and beat the strong, to battle the undead and conquer the lands far and wide, to carve out a name of fame and glory. So I set off to the lands of exile, where I could rule my own fate. A land where the strong made the laws, and with my wit and might alone I could rule all those around me as the conqueror I was destined to be. For I am battle incarnate. Most who get exiled are condemned to the life of a lifelong prisoner, but I would make this land my home, my kingdom of glory. I do not need luxuries of gold, good food, fine wine, or expensive clothes. I'll be happy naked in the sun or snow with the taste of freedom, all the women I can take, the honor of battle, and the glory of victory, and I cannot find them in a land already conquered. So I committed my crimes and set off to the lands of Exiled, land of monsters. Bandits, cannibals, giant spiders, forgotten kingdoms, and corrupted dark magic, used only by the foulest of criminals in a place where I could be truly free. My crime: combo skipping, breaking the fourth wall, and pegging with a peg leg. Punishment: eternal death by crucifixion over the border wall in the desert with the sand beast and cannibal imps. Luckily, before I was eaten, I was saved by a wandering barbarian who gave me an axe to fend off the beast. And I was able to roam the deserts looking for water, food, and shelter. Despite what I thought, the winds of a sandstorm hurt like hell, especially against my naked, sunburnt flesh. Upon arriving in the Exiled Lands, my dreams were crushed. Everything had already been claimed, stolen, brick by brick. The entire landscape, from coast to coast, was nothing but foundations. Nothing left for me to harvest, plant, or grow. No life to be seen but the imps I slayed for their feral meat, a true wasteland. At the time, it felt like a death sentence for the warrior I had become. How could I be a conqueror when there was nothing to conquer? Much later in life, I would return to such a place to pick a bone with such people. Building such walls and towers would be something I could destroy with enough patience. It would eventually become a mere challenge. But now, it was nothing but an open-air dungeon with occasional sandstorms. It took many travels until I finally found a spot where I could team up with someone and build a land I could call home. We named the tribe the Russian Mafia, and for once, I was able to get started. Stone by stone, stick by stick, log by log, I gathered resources by hand and raised our sandstone base from the ground up. It took many days and long hours, but eventually we stood before our sandstone pyramid, right by the sunken sinkhole, the Defari Witch Doctor camp, and a big glowing obelisk. I had reached the Stone Age with pride, and I began to roam the lands north, where I would battle crocodiles and giant turtles and run from anything I couldn't beat. I did a lot of running. I ran from rhinos, elephants, tigers, and every beast I thought I could fight, but didn't have the weapons or skills to defeat. It was at this point I decided to just be a farmer and explore the lands. This place is beautiful. I avoided the jungles, as well as most populated areas, but explored the Arctic because, unlike the jungle, the monsters there were so big I could see them a mile away and sneak around them. I was more of a rogue than a barbarian. It really let me know how small I was, that I couldn't handle anything beyond the starting area. This was a temporary setback until I found a way to overcome my limits. And that's what this story is all about. With no advanced weapons and skills still too low for any legendary gear, I had to rely on another way of battle and found out I was good at taming animals. With the help of greater turtles, I pushed farther across the map and was able to battle many more monsters. I was even able to raid some dungeons for loot. Whatever I could not fight, I would hide from, climb up high where it could not get me, or outrun it in circles until my turtle knocked it down. Then I would hit it with my axe and run before it got back up, repeating the strategy. It was a cowardly way of fighting, but it doubled my range of exploration. This piece, I knew, was limited. The lands I chose to live in were only peaceful 5 days out of the week. The rest of the time, war-hungry barbarians waited their turn to take from me everything I had earned. But I wouldn't find that out until much later